Welcome to the Gary Fire Department video on implementing our accountability system. Accounting for our personnel at fire and emergency scenes has long been required. Accountability is a key component of the incident command system. NFPA 1561 is a technical document that describes its implementation and is 100% in sync with the NEN's guidelines. The bottom line is that if we're going to make sure we are functioning safely, we must account for all of our personnel. The bigger the incident, the more important accountability is. If mutual aid is involved, outside the departments are expecting us to provide our tags when we report on the scene. When we receive mutual aid, we should be collecting the tags of those arriving. NIOSH investigates each and every line of duty death in the United States. Reading those investigations helped identify common failures on far too many scenes where our brethren are killed. The goal of those investigations is not to place blame, although it seems that way, but to educate the fire service so that we do not repeat those same failures. When we apply those lessons to our department, we can identify ways that we can do things better. We have been blessed that we have not had a line of duty death directly from a fire scene since 1981. But we have had far too many close calls and injuries. Common themes from the line of duty death investigations repeat themselves over and over. The lack of a personal accountability system is one that jumps out and one that we are not yet doing. We have spent far too much energy and money on this issue for the last 15 years or so, without being able to show any results. It is time for us to stop trying to reinvent the wheel and fall back on a simple tag system. 80% of the departments doing accountability are using a tag system. While cutting-edge systems with RFID tags in bunking coats with transmitters on their rigs is a new and upcoming trend, they are expensive and still have their shortcomings. The SOP that is being distributed was started as far back as the summer of 2017. The first thought was to make plastic ID card tags with a barcode with our emergency information, but we had far too many problems with printer ribbons, card durability, and even collecting each person's information into a central database. Often our attention got diverted to other projects and we'd forget about accountability. It's time to stop kicking this issue down the road and get it implemented. Store your tag on the ring of your helmet when you are off duty. When you start your shift in the morning, or if you're splitting an overtime shift when you arrive, place your key tag onto the carabiner with the apparatus tag. If there are 3 people on the rig, there should be 3 little tags with the big company tag. Here we see Firefighter Jones placing his tag on Truck 1's carabiner as he starts his overtime split. When it's time to go to work, that's what we do. You do not need to worry about the tags on the rig until things settle down. Engine 4 has a fire to put out. The firefighter and the officer deploy their hand line. The engineer gets water flowing. After the BC arrives, the engineer can get the company carabiner and tags to the chief. Later arriving companies can give the tags to the chief as they approach the scene. The chief just collects them as they go. For now, he can drop them on the front seat or place them on the shelf in the side compartment. If we get a large multiple alarm fire or a large hazmat scene, we can arrange the tags on a command board to track who is in the hot zone, decon zone, who is in staging, who is in rehab, etc. After the fire, the carabiners are returned to the officers when the companies are leaving the scene.
Grab your gloves. Silver. Sir.
At the end of your shift, collect your tag and put it back on your helmet. We already know some of you will forget from time to time. If someone forgets to retrieve their tags, do them a favor and clip it to their locker. In review, accountability increases our safety. It is mandated that we do this, and our failure to do so is just outright negligent. Again, small incidents, a tag system may seem excessive, but as incidents grow in size, the need for using a system like this is more and more important, especially if we are involved with giving or receiving mutual aid. Let's get in the habit of making this work so that when we have to use it, it will already be second nature. Thanks for spending these few minutes with us. If you have any questions, you may reach out to myself or Chief Grady in the training division. Thanks and have a good day.